Hi everyone, welcome to week 2 of the Connection School. I'm Dr. Marissa Franco, a psychologist and a friendship expert. I'm so excited today because we are going to talk about vulnerability. Before I started digging deep into the research on friendship, I didn't realize the power of vulnerability for friendship. I think I thought that people really wanted to be friends with someone who they felt like was perfect, like really impressive, didn't have any flaws. But then I realized that that's just not relatable, nor is it honest. And when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, other people feel like they can be more vulnerable with you. And ultimately, I think friendship is about showing people the depth of who you are. And friendships deepen when we show our friends more and more sides of us. And that's why I think vulnerability is one of the most important ingredients to deepening friendship. But don't just take it from me. Let's go into the research. There's this one study, and it's called a meta-analysis, which basically means it combines findings across a ton of studies. And it finds that when we self-disclose about ourselves to other people, they like us more. And that when other people disclose to us, we like them more. And so it kind of shows how vulnerability is this two-way street to connection. When we're vulnerable, we pull people in. And when they're vulnerable back to us, they pull us in. There's this other study by this psychologist named Aron. He brought college students in and he gave them 36 questions of increasing levels of intimacy. So early on, questions were like, when was the last time you sang to yourself? And later on, questions were like, what is the most terrible memory that you've had? And he found that after they went through these questions designed to be more and more intimate, to bring out more and more vulnerability, folks felt more bonded and closer to one another. People were so bonded through these 36 questions that it was actually written about in the New York Times with the title, 36 Questions That Lead to Love. So now you're gonna take the leap and practice vulnerability with one another. I'm gonna give you 5 questions. You can pick any of them. You don't have to go through all of them. And you're gonna start sharing with one another. Remember, the point of this is to be vulnerable. So if there's a question that feels a little bit scary for you to share, maybe lean into that. Here are the 5 questions. Question number 1. How have you changed since you were in high school? What triggered that change? Question number 2. What's an embarrassing memory that you have? Question number 3. What's something you love that everybody else hates? Question number 4. What is something that you've learned from your family that you've had to unlearn or let go of? Question number 5. What's your biggest struggle right now? So just to encourage vulnerability, I'm going to share with you one of my most embarrassing childhood memories. Remember when leggings as pants were a thing? Maybe they still are a thing, but I bought these leggings and they were very beige. And if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of beige too. And I went into school wearing these leggings as pants so that my shirt hardly went over my butt. And then all day throughout school, I had people looking away, and then I would pass by and they would go. And it got so bad that the teacher actually pulled me aside and she was like, I was gonna talk to you about your clothing being inappropriate, but I realized that you're actually wearing pants. Anyway, that day of school was totally mortifying, and I never wore those beige leggings as pants ever again. So after you spent some time sharing some of your vulnerable memories, I want you to take a moment to just debrief with one another. Talk about what it was like to be vulnerable with one another. Do you feel embarrassed? Do you feel connected? Do you feel worried about how others might judge you? This is actually another chance to be vulnerable through sharing some of your honest feelings. So I hope week 2 vulnerability has increased your feelings of connection with one another. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you want to hear more about the science of friendship and relationships, feel free to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, Dr. Marissa G. Franco. Look me up on Psychology Today, Platonic Love Blog, like, comment, or subscribe below. Thanks for watching.